Hey guys, welcome back to another exciting movie review.
Very exciting. That's time a double review. Or
Yeah, he's
whatever.
he's here too this
Yeah.
time. So just like the last one, which if you saw, um, basically. Oh wait, there we go. There we go.
Yeah, yeah.
Now it's a bit bigger. Okay. So basically, the first time I did this, it was for a really bad movie that I wanted an excuse to watch, and I have until June 30th, 2023 to watch them all. So I'm on a time crunch, as Orange knows, and as you guys should know. So I watched the first movie. It was terrible. But yeah, so this is the spoiler free review from the two of us. We saw this movie a few hours ago. We're going to be talking some Spider Man across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
I'm not. Alright, let's do this.
Um.
I'm not used to this because I'm used to the Spider-Man. What was it
Yeah.
called? The Spider-Man show,
Yeah.
not Spectacular Spider-Man. I'm used to the episodes of that one show where Peter
Yeah.
follows the giant Green Goblin into the portal.
Yeah.
I know he has a minifigure in one of the Lego games, the big fake Green Goblin.
Yeah.
I can't remember that. And then he's like, he meets Noir, Spider-Man, and Spider-Ham, and I believe 2099, who was a dick as usual,
Yeah.
and a few others. Maybe Spider-Gwen, but like, I don't know, this movie was different than that.
Yeah.
No, it's hard to know what to talk about, so this is the sequel to Into the Spider-Verse, for
Yeah.
those of you that don't know. I don't know if we're going to do a video for Into the Spider-Verse. I would have to refresh on that movie
Yeah.
to be
Maybe
able to
if we
do
like
this.
watch it like together.
I need a refresher on that movie if we were, if we would, because I don't really remember. But yeah, so this is the sequel.
Yeah.
So obviously, events from the first movie. If you haven't seen that, obviously you should probably watch that.
I didn't, but you know.
I
Uh.
feel like Orange, I think, understood the plot decently enough.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, you could if I mean, I don't really remember much from the original movie other than who the villain was and the spider people that were in it
Yeah.
and some of the other events.
Yeah.
But obviously, I don't remember everything because that movie was years ago and I never got to
Yeah.
watch it since then. And then it was also weird how few people were in that theater.
Yeah.
To be fair, everyone had probably watched this movie. Why are we
Yeah.
doing? No one's gonna watch this. I already saw the movie. It gives an excuse to talk about it.
It's still decently fresh. It came out like I think it said like June 2nd.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
came out
it's
June 2nd.
the technically it's the 17th, but you know.
Most people, I feel like, already watched this movie though. That were like the die-hard fans. I mean, I
Well,
like Spider-Man,
yeah.
but like I don't. My version of Spider-Man is just Spider-Man from the one show. I don't remember his name. There was a live action Spider Man. I'll look that up later for you.
Yeah.
I'll show you live action Spider Man. It's forgotten, not for kind of a good reason. It wasn't the best. Okay, it was Spider Man though. Um, Spoiler free reviews have always been hard for me, especially
Yeah.
with the first time we did this because there just wasn't much to talk about. It was a really good movie. If you haven't seen it,
A
I
lot
would.
of cameos. Like I mean, a lot of the thing is like you see a bunch of different Spider-Mans. Like this is spectacular Spider-Man from like the show.
That show
Spectacular
was literally
Spider-Man.
the early 2000s, but I love it.
And like it's literally like in the style, and also he's like really short for
Also,
some
I love
reason.
how Spider Punk is
Yeah.
in his style of having like all the cool colors behind
Yeah.
the stuff.
Also, Bombastic Bagman.
Oh yeah, what's cool about our boy Scarlet Spider, aka Ben Riley, right here, is he also has a unique shader,
Yeah.
and he's kind of has an interesting mentality movie.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's something he says. 2099 Spider-Man looks exactly like 2099 Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I always forget her name, but she looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Or yeah, or
I
just
think she
like
kind of looks like an MJ like Spider-Man.
there is an MJ Spider-Man.
So I think that might be it.
I don't know.
We're not like
We're not Spider-Man
the
experts.
best well versed on like,
It's also.
all the different
Do you
versions.
see how many
Yeah,
Spider-Mans
and
are?
this isn't even. I don't even think this is scratching the surface of how many there are.
No, there was hundreds probably in that movie, maybe
Yeah.
thousands. It was ridiculous. They have Jesse, whatever her last name was, the newer Spider Woman, or at least I think she's a newer Spider Man,
Yeah,
because I'm
something
used
like
to the
that.
older Spider Woman,
Yeah.
the older style. Oh yeah, that's straight up just a Night Spider Man, so that's cool.
Yeah.
I forget her name, but there's her as well. There's a Spider Man holding a cowboy hat.
Yeah.
There's that really cool Spider Man that does some cool stuff in the movie.
Yeah.
A lot of these Spider Man do show up in some form or another.
Yeah.
This is the India Spider Man, Spider Gwen, obviously, if you
Yeah.
know her. I don't know about Superior Spider Man, but I hope he was in there. Because it's
Yeah.
Superior flipping Spider Man. He's great. Oh yeah, there's God. It was a good movie.
Yeah, it was really good.
I feel like it does live up to the hype the first movie set, but it sort of had different hype, if that makes sense as
Yeah.
well. The first movie is not bad. Into the Spider-Verse is really good, but Into the Spider-Verse is similar style, like similar animation
Yeah.
style and stuff. But I feel like Across the Spider-Verse is so drastically different in a lot of ways. It's really hard to compare the two. Which is probably why we're struggling with this video. We're also struggling because we're not the best at this. We're still
It's also
newbies
trying
to movie reviews.
'cause, like, you know, there's a lot to say, but a lot that would be a spoiler.
To be
So,
fair, I've just been staring at our boy, at a spectacular Spider-Man down there. They also, I don't. Is it a spoiler? I don't know if it is. I'm just gonna talk about one of the cameos, but I don't know if that counts as a spoiler.
I mean, it's not necessarily. I mean, technically, but because something would be
Should I just go for it, or?
like? I guess it isn't as bad if it's like not like a super serious spoiler. Like if it's not like something super important. I guess. I don't know.
In the same vein as Spectacular Spider-Man, they had the Spider-Man from the original animated show. I love that.
Yeah.
There was a T-Rex Spider-Man. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that T-Rex Spider-Man is in multiple comics.
Yeah, I think so.
There's also a Spider-Man. We're not entirely sure who they were because we don't know their comic. Maybe you guys know in the comments. I don't know. She had a backwards cap and she was in like a really cool, unique, like super high tech wheelchair that was like flying around. She isn't really important, really, but she was kind of cool. There's a Spider-Man that's a cowboy and he has a horse that also has a mask on. He's got a gun because of course he does.
Yeah.
I don't know like what it was, but there was a Spider-Man that it was very shorter than Spectacular Spider-Man was, and he had like a big head, and we don't know which Spider-Man that was, but I loved it. There was also the negative Spider-Man, the one in the like white suit, you know. This is hard. They probably had the symbiote suit Spider-Man somewhere, probably.
Somewhere, I'd imagine.
They must have.
There's some variation.
It was also just really cool seeing all the different villains.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it jumps you in was a really cool looking villain.
Yeah.
that you know, oh, that's a spoiler. God, this is so hard. There's a lot of cool cameos of like really everything throughout Spider-Man history,
Yeah.
from different comic runs to the animated to the shows. I don't know about the live action show though. I wouldn't be surprised if that wasn't in there, but it probably was in some shape or form.
Yeah.
Um, I don't even know what to talk about anymore. Plot was pretty good.
Yeah.
Movie itself is really good.
The music and animation are just
The music is amazing.
it's
It's kind of
so
cool
good.
how, because like it's one of those movies where they do some of the like like early like beginning credit things, and then it shows like a bit of the movie that's sort of a backstory in a way, a little bit, they show something important to the movie, but it's
Yeah.
also shown in like sort of a not, what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's like an exclamation for stuff later and all that,
Yeah.
They did with us, and then they showed more of the early credit things, And it
Yeah.
was just cool how at that first sort of part we were watching, it had some great music,
Yeah.
and then when it cuts to when we're finally done with the like early credit stuff, it immediately opens up with some hip hop music, which is great, and some other great music. All the music throughout that entire movie was just amazing.
Yeah.
The animation style was incredible. It was really cool to see all the stuff. There were a few things that I just felt was pointless. I liked them in a funny way, but I also felt like they were kind of pointless to even include.
Mm.
I don't know if we can talk about any of that stuff here though.
Yeah.
We're not good at this. I'm sorry. Um, I hope I hope that I hope we get more Spider-Man animated movies that are like
Yeah.
good like this. I also hope that like I think it would be cool um if if like there were more movies in this style where like it's sort of like a movie telling, like sort of a movie, it's like a movie
Yeah.
that shows that character throughout all of their different
Yeah.
like let's take Batman for instance. Like let's say they do something similar to this but for Batman, right?
Right.
Obviously you need original Batman from the comics, right? I
Right.
would imagine to have the purple glove Batman from that one comic run.
Yeah.
Probably the really big, like buff looking one.
Oh yeah.
I don't know about, yeah.
Yeah.
You'd probably have, I would imagine you'd have the different Batmans from the animated shows.
Yeah.
That would be so cool. Because, like, let's say they do that, right?
Oh yeah, Batman Beyond also.
Yeah, you'd have Batman Beyond, I forget his actual name. I can't think of it right now.
Yeah, I can't remember.
It's great. You would have the Batman, the animated series Batman. You would have the Batman.
Yeah.
That Batman would be kind of cool to see, He's not talked about too well. You'd have all those
Yeah.
Batmans. And then it'd be cool if they included some of the movie Batmans. Even if they,
Yeah.
like, didn't talk, it'd be cool to at least have something that, like, showed them.
Yeah.
Like, it would be really cool to see Val Kilmer Batman, George Clooney Batman, the Michael Keaton Batman, Ben Affleck, I think that's about it.
Yeah.
Adam West Batman, that would be cool. That would be hype.
Yeah.
I think there's another one that I'm not remembering, but I don't think they're important too much. Eh. Um, or like Superman, right?
Yeah.
Oh God, well, Superman, you would have the original.
Yeah.
You need Christopher Reeve Superman. You need Christopher Reeve Superman.
Yeah.
At least if it's just, well, he's dead. You need the show Christopher Reeve Superman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe even Henry Cavill, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
I really hope they continue to do movies like this for different characters where it's sort of a telling of their history,
Yeah.
I think that would just be fun as well, 'cause that gives you a lot of wacky ideas,
Yeah.
Should we just end this here? Or I don't even know.
Good.
Oh god, it's... There we go. We're bad at this, apparently.
I guess.
I want to end it here.
Might as well, because it's really, because we can't really get into it without
Spoiling something.
Yeah, it's kind of like certain comics, you know.
Sort of like the Resident Evil movie for
Yeah.
me, where it's like, because that movie isn't very long and so much happens and it's all like
Yeah.
plot driven and stuff, there isn't really a chance to
Yeah.
talk about anything.
So I think that's basically what we have to say for spoiler-free review, but we're definitely gonna, of course, be making a spoiler
Just
review.
know that we really liked it. We highly encourage you watch it if you're on the
Yeah.
fence.
And preferably, like, if possible, like, if you haven't already seen Into the Spider-Verse, the first movie, you definitely should do that and then watch this. But if you really want to just watch this, even if you haven't seen the first one, then you'll still like have a good time. You'll just not understand things or references nearly as well, but you know.
Imagine going into that movie knowing nothing about Spider-Man. I would hate, and you're like your wish friends that know a lot, and your friends are like, look, there's Spectacular Spider-Man, there's Ben Riley, there's there's flipping T-Rex Spider-Man, there's Spider-Ham, like just pointing out all the Spider-Man, and you're just like, who are these people? You know what I mean? They're like, I just want to see Spider-Man. Like, why is there so many Spider-Man? Like, what is happening? Where'd all the Spider-Mans come from, God, I'm still just in shock, honestly.
Yeah.
It was a trip. We do have plans. We don't to do... Well, I have plans at least to do more movie videos. We might do at least one more together. We're not entirely sure if we're going to do it or not. We're going to try, though.
Yeah.
We might end up regretting it, and we might need to gouge our eyeballs out if it's as bad as we think it is. But we wanted to talk about the good movie.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much for watching. We've been rambling for probably way too long, but that's what we do here. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, ring the bell, do all the algorithmic garbage. It helps a lot, and it means a lot to us. Expect more movie videos in the future, probably. More movie reviews, probably. Maybe. We'll see, right?
Yeah.
Expect some gameplay videos eventually. Expect a lot of stuff eventually.
Yeah.
And yeah, bye guys.
Bye.